When I was thinking about the title, I wanted something that I believe to be true, and the fact, that I believe that we are all born bright. It's the things that happen to us along the way that kind of dim our light, and then some of us, learn to reignite ourselves. And so I really wanted that to be true and have that conversation about what makes people go dark, what makes young girls go dark, and then got a lot of pushback about who do you think you are to label, because it was literal, like, who do you think you are to say you were born bright, And I was like, give me a break, or whatever.
Oh,
but
like what was the issue? That it sounds arrogant?
Yeah, I think that's it, and exceptional, and so when some people think it is like this is a bootstrap story. So people, when they pick it up, they think that this is another one of those stories that we've seen that has a lot of currency today around, if you work hard enough, you can make it. And then when you read the book, I said, that's not what this book is about. This is not about pulling yourself up. This is about a very complicated story of a community, of people, of my life, of my girlhood. And so it's not that story. And I think that story has a lot more currency and value than this story does. And it also, I think what's true here is that the protagonists are all Black women. And we don't see that. So even if you see a bootstrap story, it's likely that the protagonist, the savior, is not a person of color or not a Black woman. And so one thing I think that's really interesting is that this is a story that is centered in the Black community and around the Black experience.
Well, okay. You also mentioned that when we talked earlier, that there were people who even had an issue, friends of yours, that had an issue with you even writing this story because they felt like it wasn't really true. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's some things that people find hard to believe. So like when I say, oh, well, I had never been to like a middle-class neighborhood until college, a solidly middle-class neighborhood. Like people are like, how is that possible? Or I said, well, I never seen Black middle-class people until I got to Howard. People are like, well, how is that possible?